Perfect. That's great. That's a good view. You're good right now. How's it going, guys? On Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Welcome back, as always, to the Bringin Home Show. We are just going ahead and making sure everything is streaming here. This is our first show on a multi-platform setup as we are right now. So we're going to go ahead and make sure everything is looking good, and then we will go ahead and intro the show. Give us 1 second.
Couple of people tuning in live here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
How's it going, Dreamers?
How's it going, guys? Happy Friday. It's the Bringin It Home Show.
And we are golden. That's right, guys. Friday. It is Friday. It's October already. Hard to believe. We're wearing sweatshirts already.
Well,
if not coats. Roman's back in a t-shirt right now in the office, guys. But Friday means one thing and one thing only. It's the Bringin It Home Show, guys, right here across our multi-platform setup we have right now. So we are streaming to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So whatever platform you guys are watching right now, let us know. I'm going to go ahead and monitor our comments here for Instagram, guys. So let us know how you're doing. We are excited to sit down with you guys, as we do every Friday, and have been now for quite a while, which is remarkable to think.
About 2 years now.
That's right. The postseason's in full swing. Colder weather has finally arrived to Iowa. You know, we were battling some 90-degree temperatures here up until a few weeks ago, guys. But now we are finally into the 50s, which feel more like the 30s, to be honest with you.
A little bit.
If you saw the video, I was going to say, if you saw the video just now, my hair was going crazy. Roman's hair was going crazy. The wind is blowing out there, which adds a different effect of coldness to the air. If you haven't been in Iowa in October, in November, you won't know what we're talking about, but we promise it's getting chilly. But the corn's still up right now. The corn is brown. The grass is very green, we should say. The field is actually looking completely fantastic.
It looks pristine.
It is. It's very, and the light right now, and it's just amazing.
And a special thank you to Quality Care Products and Quality Care Lawn Care in Iowa. They do a great job for us, have been servicing us for, this is the first year. So, proud sponsor of the Field of Dreams, the official caretaker of the Field of Dreams movie site. So, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, guys, and we're really excited to sit down with you for what is going to be a great show. Monitoring the comments right now here, guys. We already see some regulars popping in. Our good buddy Bullet Bob Pritchett from Cincinnati, Ohio. Mal Green from Australia, guys. I apologize for looking down, but I'm looking at your comments here and communicating with you. Bullet Bob, no.
Great question, Bob. I, as a Dodgers fan, can tell you that I do not think that was a strike three swing. Wow. I guess we're going there today, but no. Last night watching that, we'll get into that later, but that was a tough ending for Giants fans to what was an incredible season.
You know, I feel like it's a bittersweet win, I think, as a Dodger fan, because you feel like you won on a bad call, and especially puts
it's tough
a sour taste in the mouths of Giants fans, especially with everything that they've been able to accomplish. Chris Bryant getting red hot, their bullpen performing pretty well, starting rotation did well. You know, I really think that Game 4 killed them. That was when they needed to take it, and their bullpen struggled. When you put in your bullpen and your starting pitcher can't make it through the second inning, you're in trouble. And that was I was texting you. You and I were texting that night, and I said that the pitching was struggling. You can't make that mistake against the Dodgers because, yes, they're inconsistent, which reminds me a lot of the Cubs offense. But the fact that when they get hot in the offseason, I've not seen a team perform in the offseason as well as the Dodgers. It's
true. It's you know it. We'll get into that later. Let's just dive in. We got a lot of postseason news for you guys to talk about. Postseason baseball, as we just said, is in full swing.
Where are we at?
Where are we at right now?
Where are we at? It's the ALCS and the NLCS, right?
But let's put that on pause first and hear a word from our good friends at Devo Bats.
That's right. Devo Bat Company. Thank you for the complimentary bats, and they were featured in our TikTok. If you haven't followed us on TikTok, do it at Field of Dreams movie site. Catch us. Devo Bats.
We're excited.
That's right. At Devo Bat Company, based out of Washington, we strive to provide the highest quality of wood bats to all age levels, turned from the best hand-split wood on the market while providing dynamite customer service and attention to detail. We turn bats from varying skill levels, ranging from the young kids just starting out all the way to the pros. We are devoted to baseball. Working hard, sweating, and leaving it all out on the field. We are devoted to quality, excellence, details, craftsmanship, and doing it the right way. Please visit our website at www.devobats.com. That's DEVO bats.com. And you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We have a lot of exciting things coming, so please give us a follow and stay tuned. Definitely give them a follow, guys. They're great. Thank you,
guys.
Devo.
Really, really exciting stuff coming out of Devo Bats and our good buddy Chris over there.
Yep.
Just exciting products, exciting bats, exciting people. Really, really happy with what they sent us as an incredible gift. And then Christine from Miami, designing some incredible artwork on those bats.
De La Cruz, yeah.
Was even cooler, to say the least. So a nice little word to open up the Bringin' It Home show from Devo Bats, guys. If you haven't followed them, like Roman said, check them out. They do some awesome stuff.
And
some
Jordan
awesome designs.
DeVore.
And yeah, that's right. And Jordan, guys, really, 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 really happy with what they do over there.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan and Chris. You're great to work with.
And we always love to work with people who believe in the history, the lineage, the future of baseball, and they very much do. So it's cool to talk to them like that.
Well, you know what? I mean, we're big advocates for just being kind to people, and especially the movie shows you to live in the moment and treat people the way you want to be treated. Golden rule, and these guys do it. They're class acts. So Chris, Jordan, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. You do live in Washington, but you have a little bit of that Iowa nice in you. So thanks so much for that, and it's fun working with you guys.
That's right, guys. And to jump right into the show from there, Roman, what do we think we should start out with? What are we feeling right now?
Oh, well, it's October. Okay, it's the middle of October.
We can't deny it.
I gotta go. I gotta do it. So let me go. It's the Dodgers. It's the Braves in the NLCS. Now, am I surprised by that? Honestly, with the way that the Dodgers had ended the season, fighting, scratching, clawing their way in with a walk-off,
right,
to win the wild card, to get in. Am I surprised that they're here? I mean, to my prior point, I'm surprised that the Giants are not in the NLCS.
It is. But the argument could also be made, you wish you could see the Dodgers and Giants later on into the postseason than just starting out.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I was just going to say, is that could I see the Giants there? Yes. Could I see the Dodgers there? Yes. That's why I'm surprised. And it's unfortunate that it fell the way it did seeding-wise.
Right.
But you know what? I mean, you have to tip your caps off to the Giants, what they were able to do this year, coming off of... What
a season. Just nothing else. What a season.
No, it's...
A remarkable season, a win record, putting it all on the line. I, as a Dodger fan, felt for Giants fans last night to end the way that happened. It's unfortunate the call was made. It's unfortunate you can't go back and look at the call. I could see the disappointment and the confusion on Giants fans' faces across the stands. So I, as a Dodger fan, you have to still think about the season that the Giants had. And as rivals as we are, there is still always an importance to paying homage to what was put into place, to the series, to the record that they put forward. But exciting to see the postseason develop. Next up, we have Dodgers and Braves on that end. I am a little bit surprised to see the Braves in. I am.
Yeah.
With the record they have right now, it is a little surprising. No knock on the Braves, your organization, your fans, anything like that. But I think it is a little bit of surprise to see that right now going forward.
It's
exciting.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a pretty young organization, and to see what they've been able to do with some of the talent over the years develop, it reminds me a lot of the Cubs. Just very hot and cold, but for the most part, pretty consistent. So it's good to see them there. Freeman's doing what he does.
That's right.
Their pitching staff has held up just enough.
That's right.
To get them through, and that's the key. Is can you stay healthy? They've been able to do that. I mean, what you look at from the Tampa Bay Rays having 40+ pitchers in the starting rotation throughout the regular season.
Absolutely.
To be able to go through all of that with the lowest payroll in baseball.
That's what's remarkable.
2 straight years. Yeah. Okay, and what's arguably the toughest division in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And still make the postseason and make it as far as they did. It's a huge testament to that coaching staff, to the players, to the mentality, because you can let that go to your head.
And you can even add that a lot of those players going into the organization this year, there was a little bit of of unsureness.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really knew what to expect from Tampa Bay. Their stadium situation was kind of weird. Their support was lacking all around financially. It was a strange year, I'm sure, for people in the organization, but huge hats off to the Braves for what they put together under the circumstances and getting as far as they did. I'm excited personally to see Boston in the postseason continuing. The Red Sox being a famed, historic organization. Very cool to see that right there. If I'm going to pick a team between the Yankees and the Red Sox, I'm going to pick the Red Sox. So I'm excited to see the Red Sox continue a little bit there.
Yeah, me too.
It is. And it's that you talk about organizations that have a serious history to their team, to their franchise, to everything. And the Red Sox are one of them there. So we do get to see the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Astros, and the Braves all advance here. We are down to 4 teams. It's crazy because we feel like the season just started yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, quite literally.
Oh, well, we give credit to a lot. There have been a lot of teams that have been shockers this year, and it really proved that it's not a fluke. The White Sox going through everything that they did last year to be able to get this year as far as they did with a magical season and a magical moment and night at the Field of Dreams August 12th against the Yankees, which to that point was the only win that they had against the Yanks all year.
And then turned it around.
Yeah, there was some magic. There was
something about walking out of that corn, folks.
I don't know.
It does something to the soul, and it heats up the bats.
Well, when you come out of the corn right after Kevin Costner, it's kind of gets you.
Yeah, well, what else do you need? Like it's like Baker Mayfield playing the drums in the field.
Yeah, you have a Hollywood icon waiting for you to come out of the corn. Like,
what else do you want?
Yeah.
What else do you want?
And a movie that a lot of those guys have grown up watching themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty.
And now we should also add, after that big game, and as postseason baseball is going on, we had the blessing today, as we always do, to see people out there having the time of their lives, taking swings, wearing sweatshirts. Some were wearing winter coats. Despite the weather developing and despite postseason baseball going on, there's a pureness to the baseball that we get to see here at the Field of Dreams. From 5-year-olds to 90-year-olds taking swings out there. We met a gentleman from Texas tonight who just wanted one swing. He wanted one swing, and to see him get that moment, I
almost threw my arm out.
Almost threw his arm out. Roman pitched to him. But those little baseball moments, emphasize and highlight how cool the postseason is, how timely it is. To then walk out there and see people playing on our own field right here is really cool to see.
But you know what? We experience it as fans too. Your first time out here, you brought your college friends out.
Exactly.
I met you for the first time. That's not a joke.
2018. That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And for me, to come full circle, my son came out here at 2 years old and ran those bases. Falling every couple of feet. But to see that, and any age, we had an adult softball league out here. I won't forget this. Just a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to the first base coach, and the first baseman was there as well. So they were talking together, and this is a tight-knit community. They knew each other, and they're like, "Oh, Fred is really struggling tonight." And they were talking about the pitcher. I figured out, and they're like, "Yeah, he could barely make it through warm-ups." Oh. And I said, "Well, how old is he?" 92 years old.
92 years old and still playing.
92 and he's pitching.
Wow.
In a softball game, but my gosh, I mean, it just brings out the kid in everybody, and I think that's the beauty of it.
Just us tonight. The only reason we ran into this gentleman from Texas was we were out there living out our own kind of postseason dreams, you could say, taking swings with our new Devo bats, but we were out there taking swings nonetheless, throwing to each other, enjoying ourselves, enthralled in the moment and the atmosphere and the people and the persona, you could say, of the Field of Dreams. Just like Fred on the mound, every time you get to walk out in that field, you get to cross over that magical line that Moonlight Graham did. You turn into a different age. You yourself could be in the postseason. I was up to bat. Did I feel like Chris Taylor taking swings against the Cardinals, knocking them out with a home run? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But it was enjoyable nonetheless, as it always is, because it's an addicting feeling to be out there on a field.
Yeah, it gives you that sense of excitement, that spontaneity, that adrenaline, that feeling of childhood memories, all of that goodness, right? Mm-hmm. Wrapped up into one.
It's like drinking a dream cappuccino.
That's it.
That's what it feels like.
There you go. There you go. All right, so next up, all right, let's talk about. We talk about postseason, but you and I have watched a lot of baseball over these past couple of weeks. these because we love it.
Yeah, we have.
What's been your favorite moment from the postseason? Your highlight. Okay, yeah, I think I know which one you're going to say. And
Seems like a hard choice. It really does. No, by far, Chris Taylor goes up to bat, hits a home run to advance the Dodgers against the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm getting texts from my buddy in St. Louis. He's like, I can't believe what just happened. I, of course, am like, I can believe what just happened as a Dodgers fan. But that was a postseason picture-perfect moment from a guy you necessarily didn't expect it from.
Right.
He went on camera afterward to say that was by far his biggest moment of his baseball career.
Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
Like Corey Taylor.
Chris Taylor just absolutely out there.
Yeah.
Skyball. Going.
Yeah.
And just the atmosphere, you could see it on his face afterward.
I just didn't think
Big old
that
smile.
I didn't think that he had it in him. Is the thing.
I didn't either. I'm a Dodgers fan. I didn't think Chris Taylor had it either, but he sure did. And boy, that was a postseason perfect moment. And I wish I could say
I'm even getting his name wrong.
Yeah.
Chris Taylor.
Taylor, whatever. But
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, I wish I could say there was a moment like that from this Dodgers-Giants series.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was overshadowed by a very sad call to end the Giants series we just talked about. But right now, as we sit, there's more postseason baseball to be played. But right now, my favorite moment is Chris Taylor's walk-off against the St. Louis Cardinals.
That's awesome. And you took mine. So I got an audible a little bit.
Audible, what do you got?
All right. Well, the performance that Max Scherzer put on in Game 5, I don't know. He pitched 7 innings in Game 3, but the performance that he pitched at the age of 37 to close out, I mean, he's been great. He's been solid. I don't know if that classifies as a moment, but his performance that night to close it out, everything that he's done up to this point of the season, especially becoming a Dodger, 37 years old, does he have it anymore? Is he washed up? He's not.
Absolutely.
And he's there to play.
The energy he brings.
Right. Well, he's a leader. He's a leader.
Well, it's like they said, yesterday, Dave Roberts said, Scherzer's not going to play. He's not ready. He's not in condition. Right. Scherzer says, no, I'm playing. Yep. And clearly he knew what cards to play because
he closed out. That was the first time he's closed out a game.
Not only that, but he started out the season not liking Dave Roberts.
Right.
They didn't get along whatsoever. And yesterday, that amazing moment of the two of them hugging and Scherzer yelling into Roberts' face in enthusiasm was a funny moment, but nonetheless, you see them go from not liking each other to completely in love with postseason in the air.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of a respect factor too. Mm-hmm. Is that you get sports, as we know, is a lot, unfortunately, dealing with egos and hubris.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And these guys have pride in what they do. They're competitive by nature, and they want to go out there and win. And unfortunately, when you get someone brought in like Max Scherzer, he comes in, not necessarily a lot to prove. They went out and got him for a reason. They knew what they were getting from him. But then you've got a manager that needs to tame that ego and adapt, have him adapt into this new environment and culture. And sometimes that's hard to do, but you know what? I credit Max because he did that pretty flawlessly coming in. Yes, he and Roberts were at odds, but
that's the fun of it.
They smoothed it over pretty quickly.
That's right. And
winning heals all wounds.
I personally would not want to see the bullpen call and then Scherzer walk out of the bullpen to close out a game because he's going in there to intimidate everybody on deck. Oh, yeah. Like that's crazy. Yesterday, we should also add the difference in style of bringing in pitchers was very curious because the Roberts made the call to start out with their closers and then move to their starting pitchers throughout the game with Urias and then obviously Scherzer coming in after Urias, which that's an interesting style choice.
It is, and it's the Cubs had done something, they took the opposite approach. They brought their starters in earlier on. Lester came in later in the postseason, and then Aroldis Chapman would come in. Now, granted, he came in too early. That's true. But they took the opposite approach, and it worked out well. So it's interesting to see that. I always love it when teams strategically, when you come to an end of a series like that,
that's true,
and you pull the starter early and just milk your bullpen
And
for whatever it's worth.
On top of that,
And
think about that. Every single one of those guys who pitched yesterday will be telling that to their kids for the next 30 years. Like, you really make your entire bullpen feel valuable.
When it's the ultimate strategy,
Absolutely.
too, because it's so hard as a batter to get acclimated.
Pace. Yeah, there's no way. Mal, I'm currently smiling at your comment there. I don't know that I'll read it off, but Mal, to you, that's a pretty funny comment, I must say.
Oh,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mal Green from
Mal
Australia.
just likes to mess with
always keeping us entertained. Always keeping us entertained. Our Australian correspondent.
You know, I've got these really cool, and you get one.
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
I've got these really cool ball markers in my pocket, okay? These are Field of Dreams.
Mine just rolled across the room.
Golf ball markers, okay?
Show the Instagram viewers there too.
And the cool thing is that this pops out and is a ball marker, and it's got the insignia of the two teams that played here at the field.
And show that
so
to
it is
the camera there too.
Yep.
It
is an MLB themed golf ball marker.
How cool
Okay,
that is.
Yankees, White Sox, and the cool thing is that just magnetic right on the back.
That's actually pretty funny. I love that.
That is why I was wiggling these around in my pocket. So, Mal,
He's playing with his golf ball markers. Yep. That is really cool, though. I mean, what a unique piece of memorabilia.
And we're giving away those right now to our home tour guests.
There you go. That is actually too cool. That is actually too
They're
cool.
awesome, isn't it? Navy blue on the
Let me see that one
exterior.
too. I'm keeping both now. What are you doing?
I can just be pulling these out.
Oh my gosh! Well, the golf ball markers from Roman's pockets continue, guys. The MLB at Field of Dreams 2021 rather. Golf ball markers right there.
It's okay. It was supposed to be 2020.
Wow, I know. I feel backwards in time right now. 2022, here we come. Rolling like a freight train. Anyway, postseason. Any other thoughts before we close on postseason news for the day? Dreamers, let us know in the comments where you're at. We know a few of you still have teams in the postseason right now.
Right.
I think you're loyal viewers. We know that you have a few postseason teams. Frank, we know you wish the Yankees were in it. Maybe you're a Red Sox fan for the time being. I doubt that. But nonetheless, four teams
if
remain.
if there are a couple of teams that I want to say got snuffed
Yeah.
out of the playoffs, it's not the Padres. I feel bad that the Padres didn't make the playoffs. I get it, division rivalry. I get the division rivalry. But the fact that they fell off the face of the planet.
Quite literally.
Granted, it was self-inflicted. It was self-inflicted. It's unfortunate, but that happens, and it's happened to the Cubs in the past several years, too.
It does.
So it happens to all organizations, but it's tough to see that, especially when you have a lot of excitement. You've got a lot of talent on that roster. On paper, it looks good, but again,
It's true.
some teams can survive.
Yeah. It all comes down to survival.
Well, it's the injury, though.
Yeah.
Some teams can survive the injuries, and others can't.
That's a
Tampa
big
Bay did. San Diego couldn't because they didn't have the depth.
Agreed. Absolutely.
So that's a shocker for me. It's not necessarily one that I feel like got snuffed because they did do it to themselves. However, they did all they could, I feel. And sorry, Tatis, that you couldn't taste postseason, but you'll get there.
Okay, yep.
But I think, if there's one, it's got to be, I feel like Miami was.
Yeah, I agree.
Miami was pretty close.
I constantly think I constantly think that there's a few players on the Los Angeles Angels, Anaheim Angels, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
The Angels, there's a few players in that roster that I really wish I would have been able to see in postseason baseball.
Yeah.
And I will continue to, especially Ohtani. Forget teams getting snubbed.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Ohtani in
loved
a postseason duel.
We need to get him in.
Like, how cool would that be? But either way, we will dream, we will hope, we will pray, and the postseason will continue. Regardless of our commentary, the postseason will continue. We can guarantee you on that.
Right.
Now, Roman, right now,
commentary.
I got our 4 teams here. Roman, who do you have as the final 2 teams making a World Series matchup right now? Go.
Dodgers, Red Sox.
I was also going to say Dodgers, Red Sox. I will be openly honest and tell you that I am not an Astros fan in the absolute slightest sense. so I will root against the Astros. However, they are a great team. There's nothing to be said about their playing ability. So we don't know. Will it be the Red Sox? Will it be the Astros? Will it be the Dodgers? Or will it be the Braves?
I
We're
just
down
think
to 4
offensively,
teams.
the Braves don't have what it takes.
I don't either. I personally feel the Dodgers advance, and I don't want to see the Astros advance. I have a sore feeling that they might advance, and it might be Dodgers, Astros again. But I would love to see a Dodgers, Red Sox World Series. 2 famed franchises who I don't know that they've ever met in a World Series.
They have not.
They've never met in a World Series, but 2 teams, different parts of the country, totally different fan bases. Would be awesome to see Dodgers, Red Sox World Series.
I'd be outstanding.
Right now, there's
be
our picks. Let us know below who your 2 teams are. We're down to 4, but we have to go to 2. Let us know who your World Series matchup is in the comments there, guys. There's quite a few of you watching right now across the board, so let us know as always. But from there, we go into a few housekeeping notes of pretty cool notes, actually, rather. Roman, let them know what the big thing is right now.
Well, I don't know what you mean about the big thing, but one of the big things.
Historical pieces.
Okay, yeah, that's where we've gone. One track.
And they're not poker chips with
they're
golf
not
ball stops inside.
They're not the golf ball markers.
No.
They are these framed sections of backstop fencing. You guys can order these on. Well, you got to call in. So call.
You got to
in.
call up Roman.
563-875-8404, or you can go ahead and email us info@fodmoviesite.com.
Again, guys, these are one-off type things. There's only so many of these.
And you know what? It's original backstop fencing, by the way. I didn't really say, I said framed backstop fencing section, but original fencing from the backstop at the Field of Dreams that was constructed in the summer of 1988 for the movie.
Pretty cool.
It's the original. It's awesome.
Pretty
It's
cool.
got a name or a plaque on it.
Say numbered and everything.
Yep.
Really, really cool pieces. Hang it up in your house, hang it up in your man cave, hang it up in your home bar, whatever it may be, guys. You're sure to start a conversation.
Your office, anywhere.
I mean, what kind of person doesn't walk into a room and sees a random piece of fencing hanging on their wall and is like, "Hey, why you got fencing on your wall?
It's a good conversation piece.
Why you got fencing on your wall?" That's from the Field of Dreams.
Yep.
I mean, you're gonna show your friends up with that one right there.
That's
for sure.
it. Yep. My dad bought one. He's got a baseball themed basement. So
There you go.
I keep playing with this golf ball.
Yeah, we should mention that we had 4 of these to start. Now there's only 2 on the table. One of them rolled clear across to the door over there that I had. That's a side note. We also like comedy here. Ha ha. Anyway, guys, we like to keep you entertained, and you're all friends of ours in our hearts. So it's always good to see you guys on here. We see names that we know. We see names we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We see names that we don't know here, but then wound up at the Field of Dreams, and we get to know
and
them on a
talk to
personal
us.
basis.
Yeah. So come, please talk to us.
Absolutely, guys.
If you watch us, even if you don't, I don't care. Just come out, come see us.
That's right.
Say hi to Roman and Tucker or any of our staff.
We'll play catch with
you.
We'll play catch with you. Stop us.
We'll
have a 5-minute catch with us. It's good to see you guys as always.
Tucker.
Here we go again. Here we go. As we know, though, Roman and I do have a lot of catch. We do enjoy, and really more than anything lately, we've been having a lot of batting practice.
That's right. Yeah.
Roman's warming up his arm. He's got his own postseason to work on. He's pitching from the full mound.
Cy Young.
That's right. The win today, we should also add, the win today was much like the win of San Francisco when Scherzer was getting pushed off the mound a little bit by the wind. It was very windy today.
That's right.
Roman did not get pushed off the mound. Roman, Max Scherzer, where do they match up? We don't know.
Oh, dear.
We'll never know. Max Scherzer, come out to the Field of Dreams and play catch with us.
It's on, Max.
That's right.
It's on. Awesome. Well, or the Big Hurt as well.
That's right.
Is the new majority owner of the Field of Dreams movie site and Go the Distance Baseball.
I don't really think I'd want to pitch against Frank. It seems scary, but that ball might go 500 yards into the corner.
Or 500 yards into your face.
Right. We should note today when we were playing, there was a ball that Roman hit that went like this. I went up to grab it, forgot I didn't have a glove on, and then decided to pull down and not grab it.
The funny moment is that I was giving you crap and praying that you wouldn't hit me, and I'm the one that hits a line drive right to you.
Exactly.
So
that's right.
Yeah, I guess it's funny. But
well, guys, without further ado, I can't think of much else we're going to talk about. But
I
more than anything, one more. Go ahead.
Home tours are available of the inside of the house now for 2022. So if you're planning,
Make your family trips.
that's right. If you're planning 2022 summer vacations, spring vacations, fall vacations, whatever it may be, regardless of the season, come on out to our corner of fantasy and reality.
Come
and
experience Iowa.
Yeah, visit the field and tour the inside of the farmhouse. It's like taking a step back in time and place, and at the place that dreams come true in the Kinsella family farmhouse. So pretty magical experience, 30-minute guided home tours, and the tickets are only $20 for adults. We have special discounts. Check out our website, fieldofdreamsmoviesite.com, and some special events that we have coming up next year are going to be announced here in the upcoming months. So definitely keep an eye out, and those Ghost Saturday shows, those Ghost Player shows, dates are coming out.
So basically what we're saying is, guys, after this show, go buy a calendar, put it on your wall, write Field of Dreams calendar, and then plan your entire lives around the Field of Dreams. But in all note, guys, we'd love to see you out here for any of our events, or even on a day like today. We really, really take pride and enjoy meeting all of you and hearing your stories from across the globe. We've made friends because of you guys behind these phones right now, these screens. It's funny to say, but right now you're behind the screens. Tomorrow you might be out here on the field, and that's the coolest connection that we enjoy most of all. But until then, we have a chilly Iowa high school football game to go watch.
Let's go, Beckman.
In this community right here, we're going to go watch a high school football game tonight, guys, and support the local team on a great day for football weather.
Community involvement, we're always in.
That's right, guys. But until then, as always, stay well, stay healthy, and Roman, your bit.
Keep dreaming.
We'll see you guys soon. Let us know any questions, comments you have down below in these videos after the fact. We'd love to get back to you.
Have a good weekend, guys. How many viewers?
You know, it doesn't say. It just goes right to the screen. Oh,
It should.
60.